Hi, I'm JB Clarke. I'm the new head men's lacrosse coach here at University of Tampa. Came down for an interview and met with Mr. Marfis and a lot of the coaches and some of the administrators, and it was a simple decision. It was about the people and the opportunities for our family to come and be a part of this institution, realizing what the institution offered to prospective student athletes. Really the unrealized potential, I think, in the lacrosse program that it's been terrific. They've played and won a lot more games than they've lost. And the opportunity to try and help go from good to great. There's a great book about that. And so really it was those three things: the people, the opportunities, and then the opportunity for me professionally to try and take the next step athletically. I think for any coach, the achievements of wins and losses are a lot of fun. But for me, the greatest accomplishments are when your former players call you and tell you about their wedding plans, or invite you to their weddings, or ask you what they should name their child. It's the relationships really that are most important to me as a coach. And my goals as a coach never change. Number one thing I want to be able to do is help young men become better men. And we do that through the sport. And I think that a lot of life lessons are learned through athletics, because you don't win a lot of games unless you have really good people. I've been fortunate to have really good people around me. Personally, I think the winning of the South Carolina Silver Crescent Award, which is the highest honor bestowed upon a civilian in the state of South Carolina. And that award is while it was given to me, and you get Coach of the Year awards, and it's not about the coach, it's about the staff and it's about the players. So winning the Silver Crescent Award in the state was much more affirmation of all the things that our players and our coaches had done over the years. So I think that was, it's a personal award, yes, but it speaks volumes about the people that we were able to have around us. And of course, winning championships and all those things are wonderful. But I think that award speaks volumes of the people around us. I think the fact that I'm a father, I have two older daughters that are now 26 and 23. I have a 9-year-old son. I have a wife who grew up around coaches. Her grandfather was the athletic director at Washington College for over 30 years. So he coached everything. He's one of those guys that wore the gray sweatpants to work, and had the metal whistle around his neck and the clipboard every day. Probably coached every sport there. So I'm very fortunate to have a very athletic family. I've been lucky enough to consider mentors, guys like Dick Vermeil, who was the coach of the Eagles, and his grandson played for me. So I was able to get to know him really well and ask him about anything from how do you handle, for them it was Super Bowl week. For us it was the week of, the national championship, and getting advice from people like that. To my, different priests and people that from our churches along the way. So I've been really lucky to have phenomenal mentors. And my hope is that we get a young man his parents have kind of taught him how to fly and get out of the nest a little bit, and we're gonna take him even farther and help him become a better man. And number two, I'm a big believer in not just getting credits and graduating, but actually, focusing on the learning part of getting an education. So those are the first two, making sure that our guys are working towards graduation, yes, but that they're actually working really hard in the classroom and making sure they're getting educated. So when they get out and they get into their first job, they're able to succeed there. The number of opportunities available for the student athletes at a school like the University of Tampa, obviously a phenomenal institution, but its location helps a lot too. So I think our program will offer lacrosse players that opportunity to go to a school like the University of Tampa. The job connections, before they even graduate, just the guys I've met in the first couple days here that have graduated, that already have their they did their internships, they're starting their jobs. So just the sheer volume of the opportunities for the athletes here at the institution. Third, I think, is winning conference championships, and four, winning national championships. I don't think those will ever change for me, no matter where I am. People will look at us as a team that plays really hard, I hope teams leave playing games with us, never wanting to play us again. We'll be men of character, which is, it's almost a cliche now, but if it weren't true, it wouldn't be a cliche, right? We have to do the right things on and off the field, and we have to act appropriately, representing this institution, representing the program, representing our families. From a lacrosse standpoint, I hope to be able to play really fast and play a lot of guys. That's always been how I've been able to play. We'll play to our talent level, but I think at the University of Tampa we should be able to attract student athletes that want to play fast and aggressively and hard. Teams that win at the highest level are the ones that have accountability from within instead of just from above. Teams that have accountability from above tend to go pretty far and be good. The teams that have it from within are the ones that are great. And we want to be great here.